All right, let's call Miss Tyler and leave a voicemail, or hopefully she'll answer the phone. We'll see. 1-352-689-7390.
Darlene Tyler is away on business. Please leave a message.
Hello, Darlene Tyler. My name is Rudy Davis. I'm a friend of Pastor HOVIND'S. I'm leaving this voicemail. It's also being recorded as evidence for a lawsuit. So this basically what I'm trying to receive from you, Miss Tyler, is the exact steps that need to happen in order for someone to be released to home confinement. We believe the steps are that it has to be approved in a team meeting, which Pastor HOVIND said has already occurred. The next step, we believe, which is step 2, is that approval needs to be sent to the warden of the prison. Step 3, we believe, is that the warden needs to send the approval to the probation office. Somewhere in those steps, the process has broken down, and we've got a man that should be home with his wife who's continued to be stuck in Santa Rosa County Jail. So my first request of you, Mrs. Tyler, is what are the exact steps that need to happen in order for a man to be approved for home confinement eligibility? My second question to you, Mrs. Tyler, is who exactly are the people in Pastor HOVIND'S case that were involved in his approval for home confinement? We believe Mrs. Sedlak was involved in his team meeting approval, the case manager. We believe that she did approve his particular home confinement eligibility. The next thing is, where did the process break down from Mrs. Sedlak and to sending to the warden of the prison that he was at that particular time? And then did it break down from Mrs. Sedlak to the warden, or did it break down from the warden to the probation office? And keep in mind, all of this is being recorded. I'm also going to send you an email with a return receipt, and Mr. HOVIND is preparing lawsuits at this point in time. There's a 3-day weekend, and while everybody's preparing to go home to spend time with their family for a long weekend, Mr. HOVIND is still in jail, who's not able to go home. There's something tremendously wrong with the system. How come we can't find anybody in the Bureau of Prison to pick up the phone and do what's right? And Mr. Charles E. Samuels Jr. is traveling around all over the country, and Mr. HOVIND is sitting in prison over a 3-day weekend, and you guys won't even answer the phone. There's something terribly wrong. And Mr. Charles E. Samuels Jr., who's supposedly Harvard educated, can't even figure out to fill out a form or to pick up the phone and do what's right. You guys are something else. Miss Darlene Tyler, I don't know if you specifically have anything to do with what's going on, and I don't mean to get angry at you specifically, ma'am, but there is something tremendously wrong with the system. And it's a little upsetting to see everybody turn their back on this man as he's going to sit yet 3 more days in the Santa Rosa County Jail, and nobody seems to want to pick up their phone and go home early for a 3-day weekend. There's something tremendously wrong. And I don't mean to get angry at you specifically, ma'am. You may just be doing your job, but somebody's got to do what's right, and somebody's got to do the right thing. It's just absolutely terrible what's going on in here.
To send your message, press 1. To send your message as urgent, press 2. Re-record. Thanks. Your message was sent. Thanks.